So a story about evil Superman. Okay. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and this is my review for the new horror film, Brightburn. This movie stars Elizabeth Banks, David Denman, Jackson Dunn, and it is directed by David Yarovesky. This is a movie that centers around a young boy named Brandon who is found by his parents who came to Earth on an alien spacecraft, who grows up kind of normally, but they've realized that there's something wrong with their son. Their son begins to do some evil things, wreaks havoc, and gets his revenge on people that have wronged him. And his whole mission is to take over the world as this super being with these superpowers. Now, this is a film that I have been highly anticipating, and that was because of the first trailer. The first trailer came out, and it shocked me. I had no idea that something like this was happening, or that this was coming into fruition, and it took the whole internet by storm, and I fell in love with this concept because I'm a huge Superman fan. He is my favorite comic book character, and I've always been fascinated with a story that is kind of an anti-Superman, somebody who has these type of abilities, and they use them instead of save the world. They use it to destroy the world. So throughout this journey, throughout this film, it got better and better as each minute passed. Now, the movie kind of starts off right in that scene from the trailer where you see the two parents and they're trying to have a baby, and then the house shakes and they realize there's something going on, so they go and check, and boom, they find Brandon. This movie has so many awesome elements to it. The movie really is slow until Brandon kind of starts to get into action, where he develops his powers and he realizes that he is evil and that he has a mission to take over the world. That's when the movie gets really good. All the stuff before that, I didn't really care. I mean, a lot of it is set up and it's trying to establish the story. To me, it really didn't hit home until it added that slasher element. This movie is a lot gorier than I had imagined. I didn't think they were going to go that route. They weren't tame at all with the kills. They showed just how gruesome and just how violent these things were that this kid did, and I love that about this movie. This movie was so visceral, and it was everything that I was hoping that it was going to be. And there are some problems with the film. Mostly my problem is the second act. It kind of drags a little bit in the middle, but it has an awesome third act that I think is so epic, and it goes a route that you don't expect. It kind of opens up possibilities for more things, and I don't want to spoil the movie. This is a non-spoiler review, but there are things in this movie that kind of could work in their own separate universe, their own franchise, because that's what studios love nowadays. They love these franchises. They love things that are going to make a lot of money. I don't know if this movie is going to make a lot of money. It's very low budget, and it feels very low budget. But the thing I love about that is it also feels big. I think this only had like a $6 to $7 million budget, and it seemed like they could stretch that out. Like, it felt at times like it was a $35, maybe a $40 million film. And it really wasn't. I mean, it was just the way that they did certain things, certain elements in this film. Now, I will say this. Elizabeth Banks, she does a fantastic job. Jackson Dunn, who plays Brandon in this movie, is fantastic. I thought he was great. I thought he was super compelling, and he was super evil. He brought a lot of things to the table. Now, a movie I reviewed earlier this year, The Prodigy, I didn't like The Prodigy. Evil kids to me are kind of, something that's been so done so many times, and it just gets so tiring. But this is refreshing because it's something different. You don't really understand why Brandon snaps the way that he does. Now, that could also be a negative of the film, and I've seen a lot of people point to problems with that being one of the bigger problems in the film, which to me, I don't see it as a big problem because you just know that he is destined to do something else. Kind of like Superman. When Superman realizes what he is supposed to do, that he's humanity's last hope, Brandon has that same exact moment, but he realizes that he needs to take over the world for whatever entities come into this world and try to take it over. So he has more of a General Zod approach to it. We don't know why he's doing it, but overall, I found it to be awesome that they were kind of going that route. Now, David Denman is interesting. He played Roy in The Office. I liked him in parts of this movie. There are other parts where he just kind of makes his character stupid, especially one particular scene. I'm not going to give anything away, but he does something really stupid after he got destroyed by Brandon earlier. To me, I didn't like the character choice per se with his character. And this movie felt a lot like The Prodigy with certain elements, with certain characters, and the way things kind of play out at the end. If you've seen that movie, I mean, you're not going to get spoiled because they take some liberties with this that's different. But there are elements to both of those films that kind of feel the same. That's probably my only negatives. Other than that, guys, I love this movie. I thought it was great. It is a slasher film, in my opinion. The kills are really gruesome. It's everything you want, and it really can get creepy and dark at times, and I really enjoyed this film, so you should definitely go check out Brightburn this weekend, or if not this weekend, definitely next week. And anyway, guys, what did you think of Brightburn? Let me know below in the comment section. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my channel for more content, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.